Fun fact. The order of the colors of the snake's eyes here aren't correct. They're supposed to be, green is the one supposed to be first and then yellow. Yellow's supposed to always be last. But they're reversed from what they're supposed to be and what they are with, as shown with Corrupt Enoch and Ninja Vegeta. Kind of hard to pronounce that. You know, from the mind. But the thing is that in Find Me, the snake's colors are correct. The color of the eyes, they're in the correct order. I don't know why what on earth? What? I did not touch this battle, so I don't know what's going on here. Did I not use the right meat? Oh, that was not the right. I need to concentrate on what I'm doing. You can see why I died on him like a million times in my hard mode run. tutorial should not be taking this long. Hold up. Accidentally cut myself off, but I think I know what happened. So I've done an entire full playthrough and like base 1.1.2 and I've never encountered this glitch. I even cross-compared between 1.1.3 to see if something was done differently about Corrupt Japheth's battle, and there is nothing different. What I think happened is that his first phase, I guess, did not unload when it was supposed to, and all of Corrupt Japheth's phases, except for the last one, have 99,999 HP. You're not supposed to kill them, and that's the reason why he wasn't dying, was because he was still being registered as his first phase, even though he shouldn't have. So I don't know what that was, but I'm keeping that footage simply just to show, like, that glitch, because I don't know what that was. Okay, his battle's working right now. I don't know what could have caused that. Like, I have experienced a type of glitch where, like, for example, with Zaphiel's final battle and his in the Deceit in Blue Aesir attempt ending route, where if you accidentally go over the damage cap for him changing phases when it comes to attacking the Grand Eye, you'll actually kill the Grand Eye and then end up soft locked because he won't change phases because the Grand Eye is gone. And this can happen either in the first phase or the second phase. It's way easier to do when playing the game in easy RPG than it is with the RTP for RPG Maker. But I have had this happen in RPG Maker itself. But this is done on, Corrupt Japheth is done turn-based, not HP-based. So I don't know why this happened. Now that I'm not being pressured by glitchy Japhet with infinite HP that I cannot kill, now I can be more clear about this. The snakes for Corrupt Japhet and Sincere Deceit have their eye colors reversed from what they're supposed to be. It's supposed to be yellow, as always the last, and then green. It's supposed to follow the colors of the zones. You know, it's supposed to be yellow, green, whatnot. But in Sincere Deceit, this is backwards. It's green and then yellow. Even though with Corrupt Enoch, his are shown to be correct. They're yellow, green, and then pink. And with Ninja Vegeta, with in the mind, with Abram and the Sincere Attentions ending route, the colors are also like yellow last and then green. But and the thing is that even in Find Me 3.2, the colors for Jeff are actually correct. They're yellow and then green. But in Sincere Deceit, the colors were reversed, and I don't know why that happened, but they're reversed. Buying eyes right now so I don't forget, because they're not required, but there are some enemies later where you won't have the batter and you can't use wide angles to see the enemy descriptions. Oh, and if you're wondering, no, these can't be opened. However, there is something that can be opened when you no click here. But I didn't want to leave y'all hanging, because there is something I do want to explain when it comes to Lexi here. Going in here because, oh my gosh, that music drives me nuts. Back in Find Me, she was not in the Zachary's Arbella shop. She was first found here, so you don't meet her until here, which is the reason why in base Sincere Deceit she has dialogue for when you meet her here if you don't talk to her in the residential district, because this was originally the first time you were supposed to ever meet her, but then she was added to be met much earlier, so they had to also add dialogue for that. But I guess the devs did not think about what happens if you just ignore Lexi until the industry district and don't meet her until then. That's what one of my changes is dialogue added if you don't talk to her until the industry district. But since I've already spoken to her, she already knows who the batter is, therefore that dialogue cannot be seen. I added that dialogue because since she doesn't have dialogue for meeting her for the first time in the industry district, she just acts as if you already know her, and that's immersion breaking. So I changed that. Also, I believe in 3.2 you could buy the necktie from her rather than Zachary. And the necktie, you could not get a free necktie in the apartments. You had to wait all the way until the entertainment district to get a necktie, just to backtrack all the way to the residential district, just to give that tie to the Elson, to then get the book page, then to come all the way back here to give the ripped page to that one Elson. That is unnecessary. So I'm glad they streamlined that. And we will be starting the entertainment district proper in the next video.